Live from our Jackson Studios. Live from the Midtown Jackson Studio and live from well into Deep 13. This is Last Call Cafe on Spreaker with the animalistic Jay the Brain Man, the animalistic Matthew the Wizard Nichols, and the pause for consideration, Steve the Baxman Baxley. I'm Franklin Pangborn, your announcer, with Morgul as the friendly drone. Let's go to the cafe and find out what's going on and join the guys on a whole crowd. It's Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. How do we start this? Oh, yeah. Welcome one and all to the Corsican Ball. This is the return after 2 weeks of silence, technical problems, and anything else you can come up with. Hi, welcome to the Last Call Cafe on Spreaker, a part of the fun-loving folks at iHeartMedia. Not related in any way, shape, or form with Sinclair Broadcast Group. I'm your host, Steve the Baxman Baxley, at least one of them. Let me introduce you to the rest of the trio. Yeah, it is a trio. There's three of us. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend. He is to the gamers what Ron Jarrett... Well, I can't do that joke now, so we'll just have to do it this way. Ladies and gentlemen, the gamer's best friend and the man with more knowledge of gaming... Mark Goodson and or Bill Todman, rest their souls. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you Mr. Matthew Nichols, otherwise known as The Wizard.
Hey there.
And of course, without this man, where would we be? Up the creek without a paddle, and it's hard to row up a creek when you only got hands. Ladies and gentlemen, he is to Betty White what Milkbone is to a dog. That's right. Betty White's favorite chew toy, the host of Jay the Brain Man Presents Wrestle Anime Hut. Well, you know everything else we've talked about with this gent. So now you got to say the cue. He is the one, the only. I didn't even know he was Jewish. Anyway, we're back. We're better than ever. Well, sort of. And it is, of course, Native American month. And starting with our next broadcast, we are going to present to you not one, but two excellent Native American comics. I'm going to get a little convoyed and get some things uploaded, upgraded, and upchucked and send them into where our headquarters is. Between now and then, you get us. But we're back in business in more ways than one. Hurrah. So, with that...
Yep. And speaking of Native Americans, I brought someone with me You might remember her from the last Native American Heritage Month.
Well, please introduce us to this lovely person.
Hey there, it's me again, Shakoba.
Shakoba, how are you?
I'm doing well, Steve.
Thank you very much for coming here, and happy Native American Month to everyone. How do you celebrate this month dedicated to the people of the Native American heritage? Boy, those are big words I just said.
Well, it's usually just spending time with my family, doing our ceremonial traditions from time to time.
Like what, for example?
Isn't it like those powwows, Shakoba? Yeah.
Powwows and almost everything else. So, let's see, what else we got? But we're glad to have you with us. I wish we had some little comedy clip to share with you folks, but we're finally getting some much needed items so we can do some of this. And as I said, next week we'll be back to normal. So, is there like a blessing or a chant you can give us to for luck or anything you would like to share with us?
Well, not on me right now, but we recently got a bunch of CDs today, and some of them contain our people's music, such as the shamanic flutes and such.
Oh. That is fun and interesting. Well, thank you for joining us once again, and stay right there because the show still goes on and on and on because we have no one to sponsor us yet. And as always, we begin this program with a brainwave from Jay the Brain Man. JTB, what you got?
Yeah, Steve, this is Gilbert Gottfried saying you couldn't even wipe my ass, let alone do a half-decent imitation of me. Okay?
It doesn't get old. Neither does Gilbert. Anyway, anything else you got, Brain?
Nope.
Okay, that was a brainwave. You missed your cue there, Franklin Pangborn, our erstwhile announcer. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll get it now. Yeah, you better. It is time, folks, for Mr. Pangborn to earn his money and give us the intro that he does at about this time period. Pangs, do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is time for Gamer News with the wizard, Matthew Nichols. Sponsored in part by Pluto TV. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. Hundreds of channels for zeros of dollars, including channels dedicated to gamers and anime fans. That's Pluto TV, and if you want to go to the website, just put a dot between Pluto and TV. It's from the folks who brought you Paramount Plus, otherwise known as Viacom CBS. That's Pluto.tv. Tune in. Turn on. It's free. Here's a wizard. Back?
I think you lost him.
Uh-oh.
There.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, brother. I don't know what the heck's happening, but I do know my computer's been getting some blue screens of death as of late.
Ouch.
Well, it looks like just for now, Skype has... It turned white for some reason. Oh boy.
Hey, vey. Well, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. What did I miss?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's get some gamer news. If you got something for us, and I know you do.
All right, this week on gamer news, well, the new Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise DLC. It just recently came out. And so far it's been pretty good.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else you got for us?
Nope.
Okay. Next, Pangborn. Well, thank you, Matt, for another edition of Gamer News. Mr. Pangborn, if you please. And that's Gamer News for this week. Tune in next week for more information for gamers. I'm Franklin Pangborn, and Gamer News was sponsored in part by Pluto.tv. Get hundreds of channels for zeros of dollars. Only on Pluto.tv, a service of Viacom CBS. Baxman, it's to you. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, and welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Zillionaire. Let's get you a little wrestling news. The big story. Well, there are two big stories. Number one, Jon Moxley made some headlines this week. And let's get to the news there. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. And the news, well, it's kind of good for respect and such. All Elite Wrestling president, CEO, general manager, head of creative, captain of the Love Boat, Tony Khan took to Twitter to say that Mox asked him to make the announcement on his behalf. Jon Moxley has allowed me to share with you that he is entering an inpatient alcohol treatment program. Jon is a beloved member of the AEW family. We all stand with him and Renee and all of his family and friends as he shifts his focus to recovery, Khan wrote. AEW backs the former world champion and is supporting him throughout his treatment. Khan has praised the brave athlete for seeking help for his problems with addiction. Moxley, as you know, worked under the name Dean Ambrose at WWE before joining rival AEW in 2019. Jon is making a very brave choice to get help, and we're embracing his choice and supporting him however we can, Khan continued. He also said, I'm proud to call Jon a friend, and like many of you, I'm also a fan of Mox and look forward to a time in the future when he is eventually ready to return to the ring. Until then, thank you for supporting Jon and respecting his privacy at this time. If you or a loved one need help, please reach out to SAMHSA's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP, or for those of you that need the numerical opposite, 1-800-662-4357. Now, Moxley had been scheduled to face off against Orange Cassidy in the semifinals of the ongoing AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament this week. He was then replaced by Eddie Kingston, who had his own little situation, and thus he was unable to do his thing. So Orange Cassidy, I do believe his place was taken by Miro. Anyway, Moxley's announcement that he is stepping back from wrestling to his addiction issues comes after an excerpt from his new book, Mox, was released detailing his decision to leave the WWE, which he described as a quote-unquote living hell. Quote, I had nothing even close to heat. I was once one of the most popular performers in all of the WWE, and now I was lost in the ring in front of confused or apathetic audiences, he wrote in the excerpt per Bleacher Report. I was effing dead in the water, irreconcilable, a dog to be taken out back and shot, and I knew it. I was fully aware of it through every slow and excruciating second. If you sat through any of my segments on TV during this time frame, you know what I'm talking about, unless you blocked it from your memory. If you thought you were confused, imagine what it was like being me. Bleep! At least you had a remote control. I couldn't just turn the channel on my own life. I was a living hell. I was in a living hell. Gee, it's fun reminiscing. So, there you go on that scale. We here at the Last Call Cafe wish Jon Moxley all the best in his recovery and a full return, obviously, when he feels like it. Speaking of which, when he's ready, I should say. We are on the air, Mom. Thank you very much for chiming in. Also, yes, friends, there's going to be a little change in SmackDown, or at least in the SmackDown in a couple of names. Angel Garza and Humberto Carlito, now known as Los Lotharios, have both received changes to their ring name. According to the WWE website, it's now simply Angel and Humberto going forward. That's nice. That's nice. And yes, friends, got to do this because, well, that's right, because once more into the breach, ladies and gents, the WWE made some releases, and here they are in song and verse. Or at least in verse. Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax, former Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax, Keith Lee, former NXT Champion Karrion Kross, Mia Yim, Eva Marie, Lince Dorado, Gran Metalik, Harry Smith, B-Fab. Who else? Scarlett, former NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, Jessie Camara, Katrina Cortez, Jeet Rama, former NXT Tag Team Champion Oni Lorcan, Terry Baxter, and Zaya Ramir were released from the company's NXT brand, Raw brand, and at least maybe a couple from SmackDown. They have released others, including former Universal Champion Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Murphy, Ruby Riott, and Santana Garrett back in June. Bray Wyatt, of course, was released in July. And, wow. But here's the sad part. The dismissal of Scarlett and Karrion Kross came on the same month, nay, a week after they announced their engagement. Vince, I think you're about to set a record. But that has made deals really interesting, saying that all these cuts that are coming up could lead one to think that the WWE may be ready to put a for sale sign, and either a private equity firm or one of the two broadcast partners for the WWE might be interested. Nothing has yet been confirmed, but look for more releases to come. You can count on it from their new guy. I think his last name is Khan, but I don't think he's a relative of the family that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars and AEW. But
sorry about my laptop blue screened on me.
So
that's unfortunate. So hopefully this show is actually recording well, because unfortunately I won't be able to do the Bandicam thing for a while to get this fixed.
So, oh boy, well we're going to take this to the possibility here. Let us pray. Yeah, Nick Khan, the attorney turned talent agent. Nick Khan, president of the WWE. So, I just have a feeling if they cut any more wrestlers, there might be a little truth to a possible sale, because the product's getting a little stale. And have they even done their Saudi Arabia visit yet? I don't think so. Anyway, we'll find out. Okay. Let's see what else here. Oh yeah. The big question, hey, is Tony Khan interested in some WWE stars? Well, he spoke with PW Torch about the recent wave of releases that Vince has made. The company cut 17 different wrestlers, including Keith Lee and Nia Jax. If Tony Khan signs Nia Jax to partner with, oh boy. That would be something. If he signed Nia Jax to partner with oh boy, what is her name? Oh gosh. Oh man. Hang on, folks. Gotta do a little. Dang. I forgot the second winner of the Jeez. You'd think I'd remember it. Nyla Rose, thank you. Thank you very much, Pangs. Nyla Rose. You just imagine Nyla Rose and Nia Jax. That is going to be weird. That is going to be interesting. But he did say, I do see a few in this wave. I don't want to say who or when I would be interested in them, but I think there's a few very interested people they've just let go. The same goes in the last wave and the wave before that, and etc. So each time they let, say, 20 people go, I think there's a few interesting ones for AEW, and this was no exception of that. Khan gave his thoughts more generally on the cuts recently that WWE made. He admits that the situation is terrible and he feels bad anytime he sees mass layoffs taking place, but he noted that it has tended to make AEW a little stronger each time. Then he must be giddy as a schoolgirl in heat over what's been going on with Ring of Honor. The parent company of Ring of Honor, the newest evil uber underlords of broadcasting, Sinclair, released their little second quarter, and this puts into question the same deal we ask for WWE. And that is, of course, is Ring of Honor up for sale? Because the group has lost over, with the ransomware attack and what's going on with their sports division, the bottom line is they are sinking fast, $12 million in the red over what has occurred the past month and a half, which has led some to say that the recent hiatus of Ring of Honor may have more than what they're actually saying when you have laid off all of your talent and all of your crew and are saying, hey, we'll be back in 2022. Well, I don't think you're going to be back in 2022. I think you got some big problems, and you might want to maybe think about the fun thing called selling some dead weight, like maybe a couple of your subsidiaries and or Ring of Honor. So if you want to stay afloat, you got to do something. But if Ring of Honor comes back, which I'm sort of starting to think is in doubt, it's not going to be the same ROH we know and love. Anyway, that's your entertainment/wrestling news. And when we come back, like I said, next week, we will finally be back to abnormal. Thank heaven for that. So, Mon General, you want to get over here quickly?
Yeah, before my computer blue screens on me again.
Yes, sir. How you doing, everybody? Brain? Good. Baxman, how you doing? Okay, Jimmy, you here? Yes, sir, I'm here. Well, why don't you take the honors this week? Okay, I will. Thank you, General. And for my brother, who's on a vacation this week, he'll be back next week. We got the Beltratron working overtime because today, you made mention of it, we're going to be giving a belch to Sinclair Broadcast Group on behalf of ROH, Ring of Honor fans, and to the WWE for the recent dispatching of some of their more popular talent. So, let me see if I got Jimmy on the phone here before he left. Hey, Corporal Jimmy, my brother. What did you have me feed the Belchometer 2000?
Well, let's see, we fed it some KFC, some Coney Island, some Dolly Burgers, and I think maybe some ice cream.
Okay, okay, what do you think? Okay, enjoy your next few days off, but you will be back with us next week, bro. And, when ready, fire! Well,
All right. Hey, who lit the fire? I thought I told... Hey, Louis,
Hey, what is it?
I did it again.
Them's our people. Them's our people, Vinny. Them's our people.
Well, I wish they'd stop doing that. I mean, it's hard enough we had to give Alka-Seltzer to Fred, the fish.
Yeah, that fish is getting huge. Oh, okay, I think we better get out of here. Thank you, guys. General?
Yeah, thank you guys for the cameo appearance.
X, you guys have a good one. And it's great to be fully back next week. You got that right. Thank you, guys. That's going to wrap it up for us. Stay tuned now as we try to put together a Wrestle Anime Hut. But for now, for the brain, for the wizard, I am the Baxman, Cuckoo Kachoo, y'all. Oh, this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions, Brain Scan Entertainment, Wizard World Enterprises, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree along with Spreaker, which is a part of iHeartMedia. We'll see you next Sunday in full. Bye.